Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about estimating cord length because it is by far the most common question that I get asked about, and it is really important because you don't really want to be wasting cord all the time. So for starters, please know that there is not one perfect way to be able to know how much cord you're going to use. There is estimation methods and calculation methods which I'm going to tell you about. They're also in my free ebook, so if you haven't already downloaded that, just look at the caption below the video and you should be able to see how to download that for yourself. It's completely free. But yeah, so estimating cord length, it does depend on multiple variables. It depends on how thick your cord is, for one. So if you use thicker cord, you're going to use more length of cord because it has to knot around itself. Whereas if you use thinner cord, you're going to use less cord to create that knot. Also depends on the density of your pattern. So if you've got quite an open weave like this one, it's going to use less cord than, say, a really tight webbing design that you might want to create. Also it depends on obviously the size of your piece that you want it to be when it's completed. So for starters, the Larks Head, you need to double over your length, particularly if you're working on wall hangings. Even if you're working on plant hangers and you're using Larks Head, you're going to need to double the length. And then for me, I roughly account for about 10 to 15 centimeters used up in rope per knot. I usually work with about 4mm cord, so it's kind of like a happy medium, not too thick, not too thin, and yeah, so it uses about 15 centimeters rope per knot. So I work out roughly how many knots that I want to tie and then multiply that by 10 to 15. So let's say I want to tie 10 knots, I times that by 15, and that's 1.5 meters that I need to add on to my original cord length. Okay, so for example, this piece is 60 centimeters long and I've used about 10 knots. So to start with, I'd need at least 1.2 meter cords to account for the Larks Head. And then I'd need 1.5 meters of cord extra to tie the knots in. So that's about 1.5 plus 1.2 is 2.7. So I cut 3-meter cords for this one. Okay, so hopefully that should make a little bit more sense to you. This one here, I used thicker cord. Okay, it's a much larger piece, but I used thicker cord. So still I managed to get away with using 4-meter cords on the inside and 3-meter cords on the outside because the whole scale of the piece is larger. For the radiant pattern here that I've got on the wall, there's a few different panels to this one, so it's a combination of 2-meter cords and 3-meter cords. So, and I used a 5mm cord for this one. You can hear the birds in the background. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. Please don't hesitate to reach out and contact me if you have any questions. I'd be so happy to help. For lots of support and inspiration, jump onto the Facebook Macrame Beginners group. It's a really great group, really supportive. And for all patterns, jump onto my webpage, www.homevibes.com.au. Thank you, hopefully it helps. Have a great day. Bye.